Okay guys, it's Tuesday. I usually don't do anything on Tuesdays, but I'm going to do some little fixing on this and other areas. This turned out a lot better. It still needs a second coat. Everything else looking good. Factory weld jobs, even, you see, this has a factory issue. Spatter, they didn't clean up, but that's alright. So, everything's looking good. We will be putting it together hopefully later this week. So, let me get started. Okay guys, some stuff has changed on my thoughts. I'm gonna reuse the footrests and whatnot, and I'm just gonna paint these ones up after I get done. This one over here didn't turn out very good. The other one is a pain because it's got a bunch of, those aren't orange peel, those are all nicks from being beat on. That one is messed up a little bit anyway. So we're going to use the footrest off this. I'm going to have to paint them up. The clutch rod will slide out of this. I've had it out. That's not a problem. We're going to make a new harness for this, and we'll go from there. I'm also going to find a spring for that back there for the mower deck engagement, not to keep flopping around. It's windy out. The knocks you're hearing on the wall is bungees, because when I drive the tractors in and out, I bungee strap the doors open. So, alright. Now, just recap on what's happening with this. Okay. If I put a plow on it and I hit something hard, it breaks the front axle. Yeah, not good. So, that's got to be fixed. This thing's going to get another wiring harness installed. I'm going to make one up from scratch. Eliminate a bunch of other stuff. It might get the electric 3-point wiring ran. I'm not sure. I might wait until I do the restore to get that done. But I'd rather run brand new wires back there for that anyway. I've got a couple of those kits somewhere around here. Yeah. I had thought about using my electric lift for the Craftsman. It's up there in the box. And using a extra 3-point assembly I got outside, and see if I can't make up one for this. It'll be homemade, and it'll be cool, because the electric lift hooks up the same as electric 3-point. So, alright guys, let's get started on this. It's going to be a couple-day project, I can see now. But it'll be alright. So, alright guys. Bring you back in a few. Okay guys. For some reason, if you look between that side panel and the frame, it's a little bit off. Just a tad. I don't understand. It's the same paint color. Yes, I know the side panel's dirty. Alright, let's get down to one part that I kind of figured was going to happen. But I wasn't sure. the engine holes. They're a little bit too far to the right, which is not a problem. I drilled this one. Reason why I say it's not a problem is there's enough leeway on that engine pulley I can slide it over. So, and it won't mess up anything, because I've done this before on other tractors. I'm trying to get this thing done because we got another project hopefully coming next week. Remember that tractor that is straight piped with an 8-horse Briggs that I did work on a couple years ago? Well, the guy lended it out to his son, and his son broke the front axle. So, it's going to be torn apart. Not as bad as this, because I think I can fix that other one. I'll have to find out. Basically, all I have to do is drop the axle out. Not something else that I was thinking of. I'm going to go ahead and cut the clutch rod out of this thing. Get that footrest out and out of here, because it looks like crap on the other side. And we will use those footrests and the clutch assembly. I am going to end up using that clutch right there, which is out of this frame, because this one here is worn on the shaft here a little bit, and it wallers around. There's no bushing in the pivot point or bearing in the pivot point on this clutch on this frame. That clutch assembly was all over the place. I didn't know that. It never made any noise, but I do now. So, anyway, I'm going to pull the gas tank. We got 8 bolts left, and that whole front end will be sliding out. So, it should be pretty easy from here on out. So, let me get the jack stands, and we'll go on from here. I didn't take much video of tearing it apart because it was nice and easy. Okay, guys. So, I got the frame separated. As you can see, it's pretty rusty up by the battery tray. So, this is what I had to do in the past, okay? This whole steering rod goes all the way through there, into the front axle, and out. There's no bracing for the front axle. So you hit something, and it tweaks and breaks it right there. Right there. As you can see, that one's been fixed. Yeah. For plowing snow, this is a weak setup. And as you can see, I did all this right through here, because this was all just ate out from one of the axles in the past flopping all over the place. It was like that on both sides. So, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's a better setup, even though, like I said, I'm having one coming next week with the upgraded system like that one has, with a busted front axle. So, even it's not bulletproof, but it'll work. So, okay guys, I gotta move this back there and start wiggling that one in place, then we'll go from there. So, and then I have to take this one apart. So, alright guys, see you in a bit. Okay, the steering's halfway together. I gotta put the steering linkages from this one over to this one. And I want to get it back on all fours before I tackle much more. Like the clutch and stuff, I want it to be on all fours. I put a brand new solenoid in there. I had to run to Terrell's because I don't have money right now, and I needed some fine threaded nuts for that brand new solenoid. I got it at a show, a couple of those big heavy duty solenoids, and only had one set of hardware. I forgot about it. So I had to go get hardware. So, yeah. Coming pretty good. Now the steering will slide back down. I'll bolt the dash back in. Bolt the steering back down. And we'll start doing the other stuff like getting the front end fixed up after I get the steering links on. So, yeah. This is coming along quite good. Slow, but good. Okay, guys. So, I didn't have the correct bracket. I know I have one somewhere, but I can't find it. So, I had this one from an older custom with a 10-horse cast iron Tecumseh. You know, an older custom that had it. So, I drilled a couple holes and set it up for a Briggs. This tractor never had it, as far as I know, ever since I got it. So, and it needs that support because it keeps the engine from vibrating so bad, or helps it. So I did tear up the paint over there, but that's all right. It's a worker right now, okay? Eventually it'll get repainted. But for right now, it's gonna be okay. I had to turn around the solenoid to fit the dash because I had it the wrong way. So the engine's on. Steering needs a couple bolts. I gotta modify the battery cables to fit the newer solenoid and wire up a new harness. And this thing's ready to rock and roll again. So that's probably all I'm gonna do today, and we'll continue tomorrow. So I gotta run the choke cable still and do all that fancy stuff. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And I probably won't post this till tomorrow, so it'll be Saturday when this thing gets posted. So yeah, it's going better than I thought it would. It would have been a whole lot easier if I could find that bracket, though. I mean, it's still not perfect. It's up against one of the head bolts, but it'll be alright. So Alright, guys. See you on the next one.